Just imagine you've heard the hype of a generational score.
When you strip away the noise and the bright lights, it's just the game you loved as a kid.
Back-to-back 20-point games. They say she saved the league. You expect Caitlin Clark 2.0, big celebrations. But then you see Paige Bueckers walk in, a 6-foot-tall guard.
The way I see it, adversity
Moves like she's got time on pause. While Clark's game is built on record-breaking triple-doubles, Bueckers' rookie season is about balance, and yes, even subversion. This is how a floor general from Minnesota is quietly ditching the Great White Hope script, and why the WNBA may never look the same.
Because I'm a fan of Paige Bueckers.
Paige Bueckers has been one of those ladies that's been on top of her game.
Like many fans, he thought that any WNBA rookie who was promoted as a white guard would be modeled after Bird or, more recently, Caitlin Clark.
having an experience of being a part of a good culture, of a good foundation, of great standards, and really wanting that to be what we build around in Dallas.
Star players are often lumped together in media narratives, particularly when they are white women in a league with a large black population.
She applies a hard foul on Reese. Reese gets up right away to get in the face of
Clark's 2024 rookie season was a cultural phenomenon. In just one season, she became the WNBA's face and averaged 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds. Even though her shooting percentage fell below 37%,
very long time. We've got a sellout crowd of over 17,000 on hand to witness history.
her second season stats, like 16.5 points, 8.8 assists, and 5.0 rebounds per game in 13 games, continue to garner national attention. Every talented guard who joins the league is always evaluated in comparison to Clark's flamboyant demeanor.
And I'm glad that Caitlin has a great head on her shoulder. She seems like it. I don't even...
Paige Bueckers is easily referred to as the next Caitlin Clark, the best choice, white, marketable.
Here's Bueckers, a deep one. Is good! Paige Bueckers!
However, that analogy falls short. With over 15 shots per game, deep threes, and a fearless demeanor, Clark is the fire starter with the most volume.
Evades Van Lith and drains it! My goodness!
And Bueckers? She is a part of the system. Fewer shots, more intelligent appearance, more help.
Here is Paige Bueckers. People of Hopkins, Minnesota. Anxious to see this? Oh, you make it look easy, Paige.
Fans either adore Clark or despise her. Bueckers doesn't get much attention.
Side is Ducharme. Gets a bucket and one.
The trick is that Bueckers isn't attempting to pass for Clark. She is writing her own narrative, one that is based on composure, accuracy, and defiance of the same structure that supports her. Alright, let's see what the stats really say when Paige Bueckers and Caitlin Clark go head-to-head. In addition to being effective, Paige Bueckers is a surgeon. She has averaged 18.3 points, 5.5 assists, 3.9 rebounds, and 1.8 steals in her first 22 games. She has also shot 45.2% from the field and 34.6% from three-point range. Lower pace, she became the first WNBA player in history to record 3 5-0+ points and 1 0-0+ assists in her first 20 games. In terms of points, assists, and steals, Bueckers is among the best 10 players in the league.
Paige was amazing her freshman year. And you thought that was optimum of what you're going to get from her? She's way better.
However, defense is where she truly diverges. She has brought that innate strategic defense with her to Dallas. She is among the top 5 rookies in both steal percent and defensive win shares, with a defensive rating of 105. While she limits her turnovers to 2.1, Clark averages more than 5 and almost 3 fouls.
I think they had a kid that scored 21 and 18. She had 12 assists. Caitlin Clark's not going to beat you by herself.
Bueckers is challenging the system in addition to changing the rules of the game. At the 2021 ESPYs, she brashly criticized the lack of media attention given to Black women and commended them for carrying the sport for so long.
As a white woman who leads a Black-led sport,
and celebrated here. I want to show a light on Black women. They don't get the media coverage that they deserve.
In 2025, she went one step further and acknowledged that her race provides her greater possibilities. This is a level of racial awareness that Caitlin Clark hardly ever expresses. Bueckers recently confirmed her relationship with former UConn star Ozzie Fudd. She did it casually during a WAG Talk appearance. Meanwhile, Clark leans into that safe, girl next door image.
You have a big head.
Initially, it appeared risky to pair Bueckers and Arake Ogunbowale. However, it has been successful. They played a give-and-go against Seattle in July, which culminated in a fluid Bueckers floater.
This backcourt is sensational, even though she's a rookie, and people are going to think Arake Ogunbowale averaged 22 and 5.
They now alternate roles mid-play and stagger pick-and-rolls. In just 17 games, Bueckers scored 30 points, a rookie record last achieved by Ogunbowale in 2019.
Taken away, just the second turnover for Clark as Bueckers snatched that one. Bueckers through the contact.
In contrast to Clark's Indiana backcourt, which was dominated by solitary players, they average around 40 points a game together. Hold on a moment, highlights aren't the only factor in being selected first. Dallas supporters expected Bueckers to fill Luka Doncic's shoes and resuscitate a failing franchise. The story of the white savior became more prevalent when the Mavericks selected Cooper Flagg, another white prodigy. We guess Bueckers must balance the pressures of race in a league that is predominantly black with the need to perform well on the court. The standard of efficiency is Bueckers. She shoots over 9% better from the field than Clark and scores more points with fewer shots. Clark leads the league with 8.8 assists and 5.1 turnovers per game, whereas she only has 2.1 turnovers and 5.5 assists. Bueckers frequently leaks out early to start transition plays, whereas Clark rebounds more. Bueckers is superior on defense in terms of steals and fouls committed, demonstrating her overall control. Style makes a difference. Clark pushes the action and bears the burden. In order to play within the flow and allow the game to come to her, Bueckers reads the floor. What one relies on is volume. The other one is complete precision. Stats are just one aspect of Bueckers and Clark's discrepancies. Coaching is the first step. The motion offense of Dallas, led by head coach Chris Coclaines, is based on timing and ball movement. Bueckers does well as a conductor on the floor. Clark, on the other hand, plays in an Indiana system that emphasizes her isolation and range abilities. Bueckers performs in rhythm, and her job demands volume. Their brands do the same. Clark is fearless, ferocious, and ready for memes. Bueckers moves more subtly. Her poised assurance and thoughtful leadership are what make her appealing. Awareness is where it truly differs. Bueckers highlighted Black women in sports at the 2021 ESPYs. She openly acknowledged her privilege in 2025. Clark doesn't spend much time there. There is also queerness. Bueckers officially acknowledged her relationship with Ozzie Fudd. While such prominence might not be to every sponsor's taste, it strikes a deep chord with fans who desire authenticity. It most likely looks like this if there is a Caitlin Clark playbook for becoming a WNBA star. Make every serious infraction into a widely shared discussion on gender, ethnicity, and sportsmanship. Continue to be marketable. Avoid discussing structural racism. That is for a different person. Okay, now, let's move on to Paige Bueckers. She obviously didn't get the memo. She doesn't shoot for clicks. She shoots smart. Instead of chasing box scores, he defends like a coach's dream. Perhaps it is the true playbook, one that only needs to be rethought rather than rewritten. It's not surprising that Clark's fireworks continue to gather attention in a league that strives for publicity. She attracts ratings and is audacious and noisy. However, Paige Bueckers is evidence that greatness doesn't need to be proclaimed. She chooses efficiency over ego, embraces her queerness, owns her privilege, and uplifts others as she does. There is no rivalry here. The quietest move might sometimes be the boldest one. If you like this video, make sure to like, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this.